Good afternoon or good evening or good morning, whatever one you want to pick. My name is Steve, and this is the M25 Show. As you can see, I'm by myself again. It is Monday, and I wanted to pop on this evening because I had appointments today this morning that I got taken care of, and I'm home now. So I wanted to hop on and let me see if we're live on everything here. Yes, we are. As you can see, we have a short intro now, and that is not it. The intro, I didn't label the song, but the song is by our good friend, Mr. Jimmy Becker. You can check him out online on all social media, on all music platforms. Just type in Jimmy Becker, and you can find all of his music. He's been on our show many times. He's performed on our show many times. He's got a new album out. You can go on, like I said, all music streaming platforms and just type in Jimmy Becker. Look for his latest record. And the song we played, Dinosaur, is on there. And our intro song, I got to say, because we don't have it on the video, we don't have it printed when it ends, music by Jimmy Becker. So when we play the intro, or I play the intro, I will do my best at the start of every show to give him his props because it is his song and we are using his song. So thank you, Jimmy Becker, for letting us use your song Dinosaur for our opening intro to the M25 Show. So go check out Jimmy Becker on all social media platforms, plus on all music streaming platforms, and go check him out. You know, if you got a subscription to any kind of music platforms, and that means, you know, you can listen to all this stuff on there. So put it in your library, give it a listen. And what you also can do is, if you want to hear him play when he's played on our show, just go to you can go to YouTube and type in the M25 Show and Jimmy Becker, and you may find something that he's been on our show and performed. And you can see how talented he is. And we are lucky to have him as a friend of our show. So Jimmy Becker, thank you very much. And I'm actually going to tag him in our comment box. Let me see, there he is. I'll tag him into that comment box so you can see Jimmy Becker. I believe you just go to jimmybeckermusic.com also. That's his website. So go check him out on his website. My mic here is, okay, there we go. jimmybeckermusic.com or jimmybecker.com. And you'll see everything there is about him. And yeah, I just wanted to give him his props because he's always been good to us coming on the show and performing. Every time I've asked him if he can come on, he's always came on and done our show good. So it's awesome to be able to, for him to let us use his music to play on our show. So thank you, Jimmy. Okay, today like I said, I had appointments today at the doctor's. I had treatment today, and it went a little longer than usual, but you know, those things happen, and that's just the way it goes. But I'm home now, and I was sitting on the couch, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hop on do a show, and we can get another content. M25 Show content on the books, and hopefully it's podcasted. If not, you can watch the live stream on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and it's all good. Let me see here. So also a friend of our show, Jay Wren, she has new music coming out too. June 30th, she's actually going to perform one of her brand new songs. And if you go to her social media, Jay Wren, and That's her public profile page, her music page, Jrin Music. You could see all her updates on the release of the new song, or she's going to perform it with the full band on June 30th. So if you can, I think they're going to do it live on YouTube. So if you're not in her state, that's okay. You can watch it on YouTube. Go to Jrin on YouTube and follow her or subscribe. I think YouTube's a subscription, so not subscription, but you subscribe on YouTube. So subscribe to that. It's free. And you could see her brand new song coming out in the end of June 30th. And I'm excited because I love her music too. And like I said, we've had so many talented musicians on our show, and it's just awesome that we meet these people and we have them on, and they play, and they're out playing around, wherever they're from, and some of them they travel everywhere and play, and that's what they do. That's their thing, and it's cool. And then they're friends of our show, so they stop in and they play for us, and it's just an awesome way how everything. It's so cool, They do their thing, we do our thing, and we're connected, and that's the way it should be. It's very cool. I love it. Let's see here. We got okay. Of course, we don't. Alyssa, Eddie, and Alberto aren't here with me today because I'm doing a pop-up show. I guess Alberto calls them pop-up shows. So I can go with that when I come on and do a show by myself. He calls them a pop-up show, and that's cool. It's still the M25 show. I still think it's M25 show, but pop-up show's okay with me. I'm part of the M25 show, so everybody that knows what's going on with the show and me, I haven't been able to be with the gang to do a show together because of my treatments and my the stuff I'm going through off the show. So it's keeping me from doing shows with them a lot since probably December, the end of December until today. I'm still going through my treatments and stuff like that. So it's tough, but recently I've been being able to pop on and do these pop-up shows because I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good, and I'm trying hard not to be sick, and trying to be, whether it's mind over matter or whatever, I'm giving it my all. And luckily this is my third show in like 4 days. I just popped in and putting out a show, so I feel good about it. So I don't know. I feel good about it. And we'll all be back together soon. It's just the way it is. Let's see here. We got I talked to Eddie a little bit today, and I keep in contact with everybody. We have each other's numbers, we text each other, and it's not like we don't talk at all. We do message each other, but we don't hang out all the time, and actually very rarely do we hang out. But we do have each other's numbers, so we do keep in contact, and we all know what's going on with each other. So it's all good. So if this is going to be a pop-up show, then I guess it's called a pop-up show. So let me see here. I kind of tagged Alyssa, maybe if she wants to pop on. I don't know what she's doing. Like I said, I don't know what my crew is doing. I should say my crew, the crew, because I'm part of that crew. Everybody's doing their own thing. So I don't know everything about what everybody does. They don't even know I'm on the show right now. So I'm actually tagging Alyssa. So maybe if she sees, she'll pop on and say howdy. But I don't know. She may be busy. She may be doing something. So yeah, I've noticed too on we do our streams on Facebook, and they used to have this button where you can actually like at everyone or highlight, and it would give everybody at least a little jingle that we're on live. and not just for our show. It was for everybody. You know, if you put a post up, you can put at I don't know if it's highlight or at everyone. And what that would do is everybody that's friends of yours are fans, friends, or whatever. If you're a public figure, it would get shot out to a majority of those people and say, "Hey, the M25 show tagged you to check this out." So at least it was like kind of like a doorbell. For some reason, they did away with that, and they said it was from spam or something like that. So I guess that's just the way it is. So especially now that I do these pop-up shows randomly, now it's really tough for people to know when to tune in, you know, for something like what I'm doing. So like the show I'm doing right now probably will get watched more later when they see that I've done something. Maybe they'll be scrolling later on tonight or maybe tomorrow morning and go, "What is this?" And they'll see, oh, he's first they'll think, oh, he's doing a show right now, and they'll go on and see that it's not live. It was done yesterday. Are you all? And you'll end up watching it tomorrow or tonight or after the live show's over. And you know, at least it's getting watched. It's just harder now. They've made it harder to alert for us to alert you all that I'm live, or when the show's all together, the M25 show, we're live. Kind of like on YouTube. We're on YouTube too. But what's funny is they don't tell you this, but if you subscribe to somebody on YouTube, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you got to click a little bell, and that lets people who follow you, that are subscribed to you, know when you've posted a video, when you go on live. Sometimes it'll do it automatically when you subscribe, but sometimes it won't. And you know, let me see. Lisa, I get, it's funny when I do these shows or any kind of shows, I get a lot of messages coming flying around. So if you see me sometimes looking around, there's a lot of messages flying to me. And I'm the kind of person who likes to do a lot of things at once. So I'd be talking, reading messages on the side and stuff like that. But like I said, on YouTube, if you subscribe, let's say you look up the M25 show and you want to follow us on YouTube, and you see our page and you click the subscribe button, that's good because you can see our videos and be there and all that good stuff. But sometimes it doesn't automatically click the alert you when we come on live. It's like a little bell. Sometimes you actually have to go in there and click it and say, alert me every time the M25 show posts something or comes on live. So I wish it would do it automatically. That would be kind of cool. And then you go in and turn it off if you're getting alerts too much. Because usually when you subscribe to somebody's page, you want to watch them and see what they're doing, whoever it is. So it's kind of, you know, kind of sometimes it's happened to me. I've subscribed to people's pages before, and I'm like, I don't even never get alerted when. So I'm wondering what they're up to, and I go to their page, and I see they put out all kinds of content. I'm like, what the heck? So then, you know, I'm reading about why am I not da da da, and then I get, you know, I usually Google it or something like that. And it says, well, you got to go in. If you're not getting alerts, you have to go in and click the little bell on the page of the people you subscribe to. And that means every time they come on, you'll get an alert, kind of like a text message. It's like, oh man. So I went in there and did it. And sure enough, I started getting alerts all the time. So kind of tricky. You know, let's see here. So it's Monday. It's a good day today. I had a good day. Everything was good. I'm feeling good today and I feel great. Talked about Jimmy Becker, Jay Ran. Don't forget about our friends at Natural Wonders. Go to naturalwonders.com for all their natural beauty care for men and women. And it's health and beauty care for men and women. They have all kinds of stuff. If you could look behind me right here, that's their logo, Natural Wonders. And Wonders is spelled WUNDERZ. So that's naturalwonders.com. Go check out their website and go shopping on there and check it out. Hey, David, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing one of these little pop-up shows, and this is my third one in 4 days. So I'm trying my best to get rolling again so I can get back with the gang. But, like I said, I get on when I feel good, and sometimes it's now. Sometimes it'll be 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. Who knows? One time maybe it'll be 2 in the morning. I don't know. But today it is at 6 p.m. So, whenever I feel good to hop on, I'm going to start doing it. And maybe little by little, I'll get in that routine where I can get back on the mornings with the gang at a certain time and hopefully get the train rolling again. Hopefully. I'm trying. Okay, so and our other new sponsor, Gloss Pros USA, go check them out. That's Gloss Pros USA. Go check them out on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Go to their website at glossprosusa.com, and you could see all the products they sell. They sell nothing but premium grade products for your vehicle. Protects it, makes it look beautiful. So go check them out too. Let's see what else is going on. Carrie, hello, Carrie. It's Carrie, I forgot to tag you. You see, I was just discussing how Facebook has taken away a feature that we use, or that, well, when I was doing the show with the gang, I would use when we would come on, I would be able to tag like a highlight or at everyone, and it would at least alert all of the people that are friends of our page or follow our page. It would at least alert you saying, hey, Steve, Eddie, Alyssa, Alberto, the M25 Show tagged you in a post. They want you to see something. At least it would give you an alert, kind of like a doorbell. And it's up to you if you want to go check it out. But if you get it from us, it usually means we're live. So it's not just like we're posting about, I'm eating a bowl of cereal or something. It's usually we're live, but they took that feature away. So now it's just harder, especially that I do these random pop-up shows at all hours of the day, whenever I feel good and I can come on. People will watch, and like Carrie rolled in, she may not even know I did the show till tomorrow and just rewatch it tomorrow, but I did it today. That's cool that it's watched anytime, but just the fact we don't have that tool anymore that Facebook took away, and not just for us, they took it away for everybody. And that kind of sucks, because that was a pretty good deal. Because at least, like I said, it at least rang the doorbell to our fans saying, hey, the M25 Show is tagging you in something. They want you to check this out. It just means we're live, but we can't do that no more. So it's just got to be, we have to have a schedule like we used to at Thursday mornings at a certain time, 9 a.m. And people that know our show know that's when we come on. But it's been kind of crazy lately because I've been on my hospital shit, and the gang, they've been trying to hold it together, but everybody's all over the place. So it sucks. I think your best bet is to follow us on YouTube, and don't forget to click that little bell. That little bell is the doorbell. So when we come on, it'll tell you, hey, the M25 Show's live. I wish Facebook had that little bell. That would make everything. At least you don't have to watch us if you don't want to, but at least if you do, you'll get that doorbell and say, hey, oh, they're on. I have time. I'll check them out. Or at least I'll pop on and just say hi. Something. Let me see here. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for tuning in. I hate when Facebook changes things, from David Dugan. I hate when Facebook changes things up out of the blue. It's like it's not broken. Don't fix it. Exactly. And like for our show, it's good because we want people to know when we're on. You just pop on. There's millions of people on Facebook, and you're fighting all these people. They're posting and stuff like that. It's almost impossible. You have to For that, you have to have a schedule. Hey, the M25 show comes on every Thursday at 9 a.m. Los Angeles time. We're there no matter what every time. So you don't need to be alerted. But for shows like this and the way our show's been, we're kind of everybody's not together right now because of me, but there's shows still going on, but it's random times and days now, and you don't know when we come on. Let's see here. So what have you been up to? Have a good weekend. Yes, I had a great weekend. Um, let me see here. Yes, I went to go see Toy Story 5, and then I went to Chuck E. Cheese. That's what I did. And I had a great time. I told everybody, I think when I was on Saturday morning, that I was, for Father's Day, I was going to see Toy Story 5, going to Chuck E. Cheese, because Toy Story movies remind me of my son, because when he was little, growing up, these Toy Story movies were in our life. He liked those. So, had all those little characters. You buy him the Woody and Buzz, all those characters. So, we watch the movies every day, and every time the new movie come out. So it's crazy that something like that kind of movie. I'm not saying that's not the only one, but I'm using this one as an example, Toy Story. If you had a kid around that time when it started coming out, that movie is a part of your family's life, because that's your kids. They love that stuff. So you and your kid and your mate, your wife or husband or whoever, like for me, my wife, but if you're a woman, your husband and your kids, that movie grows up with you. And it's amazing. Like, I went and my son's 19 now. This he was just a baby when these things. I think the first one came out before he was born, but when he was born and he started getting, we saw it on like TV or something, and he was watching it, and it caught his eye, and that was it. So ever since then, Toy Story 1 had already come out. I believe it came out in the 90s. My son wasn't, I think, was it 98 or 96, something like that. My son was born in 06. So we caught the later Toy Stories. And but he had seen the first one when he started knowing, to watch TV and stuff. So he was already watching that one a lot. And just the point of this is, your family grows up with these movies, and proof is me. I'm an older guy, and I was watching Toy Story 5 this past weekend, and I thought of my son. He wasn't with us, unfortunately, but I was watching it, and still, you could get emotional about it, because maybe because of the movie too, but also you're thinking about when you used to be sitting on the couch or on the floor with your kid, and he has all his or and if you have a daughter, they have other toys laying on the ground, their Toy Story animals on the ground next to them, and they're just into this movie like it's the best thing in the world. And you're sitting there with them watching them, and then before you know it, you're in there playing with them with the dolls too. It's awesome, and I had a good time watching that movie. It was really good. I liked it. Let me see here. How was the movie? Well, I already explained that. I loved it. I was in 6th grade when my cousin took me and my brother to see the first Toy Story at the El Capitan Theater. Is the pizza still good at Chuck E. Cheese? Yes, it was. I got a deluxe pizza, and I ate maybe 4 slices. So I ate pretty good. Not too bad. I haven't been eating too good lately these months, but I ate pretty good, because that I like that pizza too, because it's thin. It's not all bread. The bread's thin, so it's you taste the toppings more and stuff like that. And I like the bread, but I mean, some pizza places you go to, it's all bread. Get to the crust, and oh man, that really gets you. But to me, it's like a thin crust pizza. It's always been the same. I hadn't been to Chuck E. Cheese since, oh gosh, I don't even remember when my son was littler. And before then, when yeah, the times when he was little, I went. And then before that is when I was little, and the pizza's always been the same. They've never, that I can remember since I was little, have they changed their pizza. So yep, it's still good. Let's see here. What else is going on? So I went with all that. And let me see here. I got a message. It's crazy. I get messages from like I said, I try to do 17 things at once. Whenever I do a show, whether I'm with the gang or I'm doing a show by myself, I of course I try to read the messages that come on the comments, and then I get messages on my phone. So if you sometimes see me going around like this, I'm not like on cocaine or nothing. It's just my eyes are going everywhere, and then my brain's still making my lips move and talk about things. So um, that's what's going on. So Father's Day weekend's over. I hope all the fathers had a good time and relaxed. Did the dad thing, and usually the dad thing is just being having your kids around and just relaxing, enjoying life. That's all it's about. And I hope all you dads out there did that. Let's see here. I'm gonna. I know I always since I'm by myself, I want to. I know I talked a little bit about a couple of techs at City of Hope, and I don't know. I might talk about them again because I don't know. There's just the whole place is awesome. City Hope. I go to City Hope in the city of Doherty in Los Angeles County, and it wasn't the first choice I was going to go for my cancer treatments. I was actually sent to Irvine Cancer Research, and I was going to go there. And my family talked me into getting a second opinion at City of Hope. So, I was already kind of like, I'm good. I was already kind of, when I found out what was wrong with me, I was like, oh man. So now I'm going to be hunting around different places and stuff like that. It just wasn't on my mind, and maybe I was just being stubborn or what have you. But I was kind of like, nah, I'm going to just stay here. But luckily, my family talked me into that, and to go at least talk to City of Hope. So I went down there, talked to them, and the doctor that was going to take my case told me everything they were going to do, da da da, and how they were going to go about going head on with the cancer thing, and he's all, if you let me take your case, we'll start right now. We'll start your CT scans, your MRIs, like right now, like right when he leaves the office, he's going to go call and send me down to get all these things done. So that was the clincher right there, because the other place I was at, I was already scheduled for appointments there, but I wasn't scheduled for appointments for probably 3 or 4 weeks away. And I had already been carrying this cancer around for, I want to say maybe six months before they found out what it was. So time was of the essence. So that's why I went there, and I'm glad I did. I've The people there are so, not saying that any other place, the the workers and the doctors and the nurses and everybody that works there isn't, but this place, that's where I ended up wanting to go, City of Hope, and it's been nothing but wonderful for me, even though the treatments and everything are rough, but they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be rough because you have something inside you that's going to kill you. So the things they go through are really hardcore, and I'm glad I went there because nothing but the best. And I've met some people there that that have actually were side by side with me through different treatments and different things that will always be a part of my life. I guess my team. I have my own cancer team, so it's kind of it's kind of cool that I have my team. They give me my own team of, different doctors and surgeons and techs, nurses, plastic surgeons, oncologists, specialists that specialize just in the cancer I have. It was so precise there, and it was awesome. And to when I go there, I feel good. I don't worry because I know that if it's going to be taken care of, they're going to take care of it because they're doing everything out of their power, going out of their way to do their thing. And not just for me, they're doing it for everybody. There's a lot of people out there that have cancer that sometimes we don't think about. I didn't. I mean, I know people do, but now I think about it a lot more now because I have it and it sure does make you think. Um, let's see here. What's Dave said? I'm glad that you made that decision to go and get the best treatment that they offered. Keep hanging strong, of course. Of course, of course. Let's see. What else is happening in the world today on a Monday? Mondays are so Monday. But you know what? Every day for me is okay now. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere. That's a good thing. So every day is different now. It's just, you could be in a bad mood. You could be pissed off at things. And sometimes I sit around and I think about, the things I used to be upset about, things that bother me before I found out I got sick and this cancer thing. And I'd be pissed off at certain things, for whatever reason. And I sit today and think about it and go, man, that's nothing. Now, this is something to be pissed off about to find out you're sick like this. So, now that, I've been going through this and I'm past that middle of the road, I'm doing good. I'm on the path that they want me and everything is going as planned. So I look at things differently and I don't get upset at stupid things anymore. I don't get mad at stupid things anymore because they're stupid. I mean, I found a place to keep me alive, and I'm gonna be mad at something stupid. Maybe at work somebody did something to make me upset, or I don't know, something, or something, anything little. It's like, what? Why was I being a dickhead? Being upset about something little as that. Now I'm running around with cancer. If I want to be upset about something, let it be that. So I'll tell you what, you the way you look at life is a little different when you have, like my doctor told me, this is an eye-opening experience. And he told me that in the beginning. I didn't know what he meant until when I went through the roughest parts of these treatments. And I was like, I know what he meant. And I saw him last week and I hadn't seen him since he took the tumor out of my arm and tried to dig out all the cancer out of there. I told him, I thanked him for taking care of me and for me being on his team, for his team taking care of me. And I go, I just want to thank you. Just thank you for being in my life, taking my case. And, you've changed my life and my family's life. And I did tell him, I go, now I know what you mean when you told me this is going to be an eye-opening experience. And I told him that, and he was very grateful. And he says, "Oh, thank you for." He said, "Thank you for letting me take care of you." And he didn't have to say that. I'm the one that has to thank him for keeping me alive. So it's I'm not gonna be like that anymore. Sometimes you're just like that. You take life for granted and you get mad at things, silly things that, hey, if things are the way they are, they're just the way they are. That's just the way it is. There's nothing you can, maybe there is things you can do about it, but maybe there's not. And if there's not, there's bigger problems and bigger things in the world that are going on that could be going on with you. You know, you could be the one getting rolled in a radiation machine, going through chemotherapy, going to appointments 5 days a week. There's could be so many things going on. Not just that. There's other things too. Have family members sick or financial crisis. There's so many things, and it could be you. Yet you might be upset about somebody didn't give you a call or something dumb. And I'm not saying I've done it too. That's why I'm putting myself on blast. Sometimes I sit on the couch and go, man, I was upset about stuff like this and what's going on with me now. Now that's something to be upset about. But so I look at life different, and I'm gonna look at life different from now on because you know things could be worse, and I know that personally. Let's see here. I'm glad you're doing well. I can't imagine what you're going through. Well, yeah, well, it is true. I've known people too, Carrie, that have had cancer and have been sick and stuff like that. And of course, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, and if you're a good person and you're a friend or a loved one, and of course you're going to care. And 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 that's good. That's beautiful. But you don't. But like me, I do the same thing. I've known people that have had cancer, and I've been there for them. And you think, what can I say? What can I say to make them feel better? Is there anything I can do? And there isn't. There isn't, because I've been on both sides now, and it's kind of like there's really nothing you can say to somebody except just be there and be the friend. That's it. And um, like I said, it's an eye-opening experience, and I can say I'm still going through it, but I've been through a lot of the big wars already, and it's something. I'll tell you, it is, and it's not over for me yet. But I'm on the right path with that team that I have, and like I said, there's a lot more people that have what I have, and I see it all the time. I'm at that hospital all the time, and I see people all the time that are there going through the same thing. So you know, we look at each other and we know, we our eyes can tell each other, and sometimes we say, hey, hang in there, come on, it's going to be okay. It's like I said, sometimes you just like, I don't, this hurts too much, I don't want to do it. You know what, I accept it. I'm sick. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. This is too ugly and painful and horrible to do all that stuff just to get better. But you have to do it. You have to do it, and that's why you hear people always telling each other, especially cancer patients, to each other, hang in there, because they know it's usually somebody that's already been through the rough stuff, and they see that person just starting. So we have to bump each other up and pump each other up, because you're gonna need it. Gonna need it. Carrie, I'm glad you popped on. David, let me see what's going on here with Dave. I had just recently realized that life is too short to be and agree and bitter. Oh, to be angry and bitter and upset at things that are so little. I agree. And don't get me wrong. People get upset and people get angry, and people, it's life. But I guess I'm saying this because I'm just saying how I feel. That's all. That little things that I would get upset about or mad, or you know, it's really. I look back now, what I'm going through now, and I go, I won't be doing that again. So it's all good. I'm not saying that I needed to go through this to see that. It's just that's life. Sometimes it happens, and a lot of things come out of it. It makes you think. like Doc said, is going to be an eye-opening experience for you that maybe it meant, of course, going through all the shit I've been through the treatments and all that, but also the way you look at life, the way you're gonna look at life if you make it, or if you find out you're not gonna make it, how you're gonna look at life and look back and, oh, maybe I should have done this and that. You think of a lot of things. So, if I guess I'm just saying, live your life and be happy, and don't take things too seriously that are really not a big deal. That's all. That's it. You could live life, and something little, don't let it eat at you too much. Because there's people, that's me too. Things eat at me, and if it'll eat at me and be biting on my ankle, like, then I'll get pissed off and I got to confront whatever is bothering me. It's not that big of a deal. Just move right along and go do something you like. I don't know, whatever it is you like. Everybody likes something, like me. If something's really bothering me, maybe I'll hop on and do a show, or I don't know, go out and do something. I don't know. It's just, life is something. Monday. So they want to call what I do a pop-up show. Yeah, that's okay. I like it. I am part of the M25 show though. So maybe the M25 show pop-up. What do you think, guys? That sounds all right to me. There's a lot of fires going on out here. And today's the first day when I was leaving the house today. I actually smelled the fire for where I live. And I hadn't smelled it. And I guess the fire's been going on. That warehouse out in Boyle Heights has been burning for like 5 days, I believe, if I'm correct. And it's a pretty big fire. And I hadn't smelled it where I live. And this morning, when I went outside to leave to go to the hospital, I was like, oh man, now I smell it. So it's working, the smell's at least working its way out to where I live. So let's hope they get that under control. That's pretty crazy. It seems like there's a few fires going on out here in LA County. Yep. So let's hope they get them all under control. Let's see what's going on here. Carrie says, I've been dealing with anxiety lately. I need to learn I can't change what I can't control. That's true. I think now, this is what I think. And, I don't know. I'm not a doctor or nothing, but it's kind of that thing I was talking about earlier. It's like when something bothers you, when something's eating at you, and you want to either confront it or cuss it out or hash it out or whatever it is, just to get rid of it because it's just eating at you. And you're right. You want to be in control of it to fix it some way or somehow. And that's something that some people have. And, it's hard, because if you have it, what is going on? I'm getting all these calls. Let me see here. This morning, on my way to work, I can smell the smoke all the way over here from the fire in Boyle Heights. Hold on, guys. I tell you, I'm getting a call right now. Let me see here. So David, you can smell it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Time to go. I got to go, guys. I got an important emergency call. I will talk to you guys soon. Remember, life's too short to be shy. And I'll talk to you soon. I got an emergency call right now, guys. So love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Memories in high school. a smoke on Pomona Street with the long hair rockers. Oh, the memories. Classic cars, big tits and bars, drinking all night like rock and roll stars. When I play that song, don't it take